So the structure of it, it's just twice a month live. So it's first and third Thursday. And the hours goes very fast. We have guest presenters. We have um, it's great, and it's interactive. So you're learning, and then you're applying. So you're doing in every session, working with another person or groups of threes, and immediately putting to use the different coaching skills that you're learning, and then getting feedback. So it's this great laboratory of learning, and it's just a really nice balance of some slides, great handouts, great support. This program has amazing support developed for individual sessions. There's a full, very comprehensive intake form, outlines of every session. But then within that, there's just freedom, for you, but it's just to have as a map and a guideline, and worksheets for clients to use, charting and progress notes, all laid out for you, using the 5 steps uh, in the book Well Nourished, and then working with the 8 bodies and the intention setting, and Sprig's goals. You have lots of support, however much you want, even beyond. So it just kind of takes care of whatever level of structure and support you like to have as you move into coaching. Um, the again, the sessions are really dynamic, and they take what you've learned in the MBE program, all that wonderful skill set, tools, the mindfulness base, and you can apply that in the Well Nourished Coach Training Program, but within a fabulous structure that helps you learn to affect behavior change, transformational behavior change in your client, the latest state of the art. So we spend a good amount of time on the coaching skills, on motivational interviewing within the Well Nourished model, um, which is, it's really all about meeting the client where they're at and finding what is most energizing and inspiring to them in terms of their change. Asking, there's a lot about the kinds of questions to ask, which is great, powerful coaching questions. So the client, it's a whole inquiry process, and change really comes from within, and you're the guide, and it's very inspiring. And then you have the framework, that sound behavioral framework of behavioral science, of the Sprig's goals, and just helping people. So everybody always leaves with at least one, and there may be more. Um, and then you just help support them. You're their accountability around that. And you also will really expand your tool set and skill set within the whole, really working with the whole person, right? So greater skills with emotional nourishment, with social, you know,
Mm-hmm.
social nourishment and skills, physical, because it's also like a well nourished health coach program. So we expand the knowledge in sleep hygiene, and nutrition and stress management, um, and of course the mindful eating that you have, and just some other. We have some professors come. We give some really great lectures on kind of state of the art, working with intentions. Really, that's a really important part of this, very inspiring part of making change happen, how to do that skillfully. And then just all the different parts. You all have the book. So intellectual nourishment, creative. Somebody really wants to get into their creative body, and that's just all dried up. Helping them with that and those goals. I can tell you that people take that the professionals that take the program get much more into their creativity. It's been really cool to see. We have a special creativity extra seminar that we do as well. Um, and that adds a lot of joie de vivre for people if that's missing in their life. And then, of course, spiritual nourishment, worldly nourishment. And it's not that you need to address all of these with every single client, but you learn how to skillfully work with them and what helping them prioritize and what is the areas that are really missing in their lives or they need more of. And then in terms of time, Maria asked about time beyond those 2 hours. You often will have a short, maybe 20 minutes coaching practice in between sessions, further working on some of the skills. And then about around 8 weeks before so about 3 months in, a little less than 3 months in, you will be working with another person from the program, being a coach and also receiving coaching. So that part's really transformational. Like every person you'll see with the videos, they're just all kind of glowing from what happened for them, as well as feeling really, really confident and being able to just hit the ground running and start work. And some of them are already using it as they go through working with their clients. So just feeling confident. I love some of the quotes. Kristen said, I become the dietitian I dreamed of being. And somebody else, and it's not all dietitians that take the program, but I have some quotes from somebody else said, she says, I am not the same dietitian I was a year ago. And just, she really got into her creativity too, and just opened a new practice around coaching and mindful eating, and is just so happy. And when you graduate, you can choose one of two designations, however you feel like you're marketing, whatever resonates with you. So one could just be well-nourished coach is our generic, or you actually could do well-nourished health coach. That's very recognizable, well-nourished health coach or well-nourished life coach. But we're not the same as just a life coach, because you have all the health coach background. Mm-hmm. So it's actually well-nourished life coach. But you get to choose what you like. And then there's also projects. Everybody does a project, and we have a library that is open, so you get to go back. It's a growing library of people's past projects, and those are amazing. Some are video PowerPoint presentations, some are actually materials. One of my students is working on a workbook right now. She got really into her creativity and working together on that. So that will be, even though this is kind of workbook style, it's even more of a workbook than this. It's great to do after when you have all this momentum, and then to continue on, and you'll have the complete package and skill set when you finish. And you can always already be working on your marketing, and then it's just the community and the friends that you'll make from all over is really awesome. And I developed these programs, these are the dream programs that I would have loved to have had, when I was starting out new as a health professional. So they give you everything for that, and that integrative holistic approach. So I can, so any questions sharing that?
Andrea, I just had one question, and it's really just sort of to ask your advice, because you know that I'm an MBSR teacher, and everything that you've explained, it just sounds so fantastic, because it's the direction that I really want to sort of go in. And I've been doing a lot more one-to-one with people, but since starting the course, everything that you've been saying, it just seems like it's sort of designed for, the kind of direction that I'm going in. And I just wanted to ask you if you think, with the background that I have, that you think that, this is a good move for me, or do you?
Yes. If you want to go into one-on-one, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because we talk about how you can adapt the mindful eating program into one-on-one practice, but it's really about if you have already a really developed, and maybe you're already a coach and you know the science of behavior change, then you can bring this in. But this
Yeah,
will give you, especially as an MBSR teacher, because it's a different skill set,
that's right. Yeah,
very important. I mean, what you can bring with your foundational mindfulness training is
yeah,
fantastic. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it absolutely is a great direction for you.
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, the tools are absolutely transferable, whether you have just a few sessions with somebody or short, you're in a clinic but you are gonna come from a whole different place in knowing what to bring to a session and what skills to bring in, the types of questions, the whole motivational interviewing format and model and wellness model to affect change um, just more effectively and in a short, so you can apply it anywhere, any situation, any setting. And also, if you use kind of the well-nourished health coach, everybody recognizes a health coach is incredible to expand your skill set, and the amount of opportunities that are available are huge. When I was first, and Tasha, remind me, are you a dietitian? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So when I first got out of school many years ago, there were such limited positions. It was like WIC or hospital dietetics, and now there's so many wellness, like health coach counseling and wellness, and whether it's online or working in a corporation, or so many opportunities. So it's just a way to expand your skill set with what you're already doing, or if you're looking for moving or more opportunities. So, any other thoughts, questions about this?
Well, this is really appealing, the fact that it sounds like it's going to give us an opportunity to improve communication skills.
Yes, very much so. And you get also lists of questions, coaching questions. So, like everything, lots of great support, as well as what you're learning and practicing. And it just begins to be very intuitive. Like you don't need a list, but it's all there to support you. Yeah,
So
exactly.
practice in between, is this like on our own time, or is that has a set time that we need? Is that just like the teach back now that we kind of
You have your partner. So sometimes in the class, for example, you might just do one way coaching with that person, your partner, and then you'll make a time to finish the other way. Or sometimes so it's like that, or sometimes there might be additional that you'll do in between. It's your own time, just like the teach backs.
Okay.
There is another part to this that I forgot to mention in terms of your time, and that is module 1 is pre-recorded. And so module 1 goes through each section in the book. There's 8 sessions. And so you're introduced, it's like all the content, you're introduced to the content in the chapter, to the model, to the 5-step model, to Sprig's goals, and leading you through each of the bodies too, and a little bit of homework. And so you're already getting practice with the Sprig goals. And each session, it ranges from an hour and a half to 2 hours. So then you would just find time to do that. It would be wonderful to have you. We have really a great group.